All right. So this is my reflection on the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book, and I'm really surprised I'm saying that because I'm not usually one to read for entertainment. The books that I've read, in the past probably couple years have all been like self improvement type of books. But while this was an adventure book, I feel like it was also a self improvement book in a sense. And the reason I say that is, you go back to where Huck started at the beginning of the novel. He's kind of, I wouldn't say naive. He knows what he's been taught, growing up by, societal values, values of his peers and the people who raised him. And then, he gets around Miss Watson and the widow, and he starts realizing, like, I'm kind of uncomfortable with this. He goes off on his own, and he has to make decisions for himself. He has to think for himself, and the growth he experiences is incredible. You know, um, he goes from somebody that's kind of just like questioning, even whether he should help Jim, and he turns into somebody that's just fully on his own, on his own path, free from society's grip, right? So I feel like the biggest thing that I took away from this novel is knowing what you stand for and sticking to it. I think that's a really important quality to have. Um, in the sense that if we all just confide to what's normal, we're not going to make any progress, or we're not going to make any growth, because sure, slavery might not be a thing in America anymore, but there are plenty of other societal issues. But if we don't think for ourselves and we don't have our own beliefs and opinions, what do we have? You know what I mean? Same thing, developing your own moral code, figuring out what you think is right. I think that's another really big takeaway from this. Um, I guess I could also say independence, the idea of independence, and avoiding, I guess you could say, like negative environments, such as, it is extreme, but, you see, Huck gets out of the situation with his abusive father. Um, just things like that. But overall, I really did enjoy the novel, and I feel like I gained a lot from it. I feel like I can even grow as a person from the novel. So